And we may have saved the best fight of Season 12 for the last fight of Season 12.
If you've been here the entire time, thank you. If tonight's your first time, thank you. If this season is your first time, thank you. We hope you stick around with us. We hope you hit subscribe and showing us that continued support for this entire season. But this is where it all ends for us, ladies and gentlemen, and we will see you again in a couple months. But our main event is underway.
And the big question is this where it ends? Is this where it ends for Ace Austin as the Sanctuary World Champion? Because he's got a challenge on his hands tonight. A very game J.S. Hawthorne.
Donning the robe. If you don't know, you know. Donning the robe of the owner, the creator, the man behind the Sanctuary, John Trotsky. That's got to be a statement.
It's a statement that this means everything. This is what I started this journey for.
BP, I'm not going to lie. If J.S. Hawthorne walks out of here as our champion, I'm going to need therapy.
It would be such a moment for all the people whose lives have been bettered by being in the presence of the thespian J.S. Hawthorne.
I'll tell you right now, as someone from Northeast Pennsylvania, we have sat here and watched Ace Austin wrestle for 13 people and go to Japan, and we are extremely proud of him. But as someone myself that has watched J.S. Hawthorne go from the gym to the wrestling ring and conclude to here to the biggest night of his career, it means a lot to me. As Ace Austin cuts off the ending of the music for the thespian.
And that's a stark reminder, let's not pop the champagne bottles quite yet, because there is no harder out in fighting than the champion of the world. And here he comes.
From the coal holes of Pennsylvania to the Bullet Club, your two-time X Division champion and our current champion of the Sanctuary. Here comes the Ace.
Showing off that gorgeous, brand new world title. And Ace Austin is the one who made it a world title, defending it across oceans.
Whether you're here for the first time for any reason, if you're an Ace fan, if you're a J.S. Hawthorne fan, if you're a Sanctuary fan, this is a big moment.
And now it's just down to the legend himself, Carolina Jim, to introduce our principals.
Let's send it down for the final time of Season 12 to Carolina Jim.
And I hate to correct a legend, the championship of the world.
The Sanctuary has spoken, and they're speaking for the thespian right now. I think everyone here in the congregation respects everything Ace Austin has done to put the Sanctuary on the map, but they know the blood, sweat, and tears that J.S. Hawthorne has put in this congregation.
Very much the embodiment of the Sanctuary, J.S. Hawthorne. And he's got as big of an opportunity as you can possibly get. But one thing to watch in this fight as it goes on, what condition is that right arm in? Has Prince Ahmed done some lasting damage to that arm?
Absolutely. The arm is something to think about, but I'm going to tell you right now, BP is every single person in this building realizes what's at stake. This is huge. I don't even think J.S. Hawthorne realizes his shoulder's a factor at this point in time.
It might not be. He might still be on that adrenaline high. He'll be feeling it in the morning, but so will every fighter that stepped to that ring. The thespian not backing down, not for a second. And Ace Austin wouldn't have it any other way. We got to fight!
Every single time that music hits on TV, oh, he said, since you haven't been here for a while. And J.S. Hawthorne sets the stage. Every time that Ace Austin music has hit in Japan, every single time it has hit in Impact Wrestling, the congregation has watched and begged for this moment. When does Ace come home and put that strap on the line? And here we are, BP.
And J.S. Hawthorne about to do everything in his power to make it an unwelcome homecoming for the inevitable one. Very much a feeling out process right now.
I honestly wish I can tell you what this means to everybody, but there's no words I can put into explanation. The energy in this room is unbelievable.
It certainly is. Couldn't be any more tense. Austin, he was right out here. Ace Austin was right here and saw our opening fight and goes right for that arm. But Hawthorne will have none of it.
Man. Ace immediately goes for that left arm, and J.S. Hawthorne immediately reverses.
Hawthorne is a smart fighter. He knows Prince Ahmed went to work on him, and he knows that Ace Austin is going to target that weakness. So he has the counters well planned so far.
And it's crazy. You would think with a guy who's been traveling the world and doing everything he's accomplished, you don't think he's been sitting here every time we're live on this YouTube channel and been watching J.S. Hawthorne, has been watching the competitors that went out here tonight? You would be sadly mistaken, because that's the reason Ace Austin is at the point he is studying his opponents and studying where he works.
A student of the game for sure, especially here in the Sanctuary. You can go across the world, you can go to Japan, you can go to Australia, New Zealand, where he made the Sanctuary Championship a world championship, defending it there. But you will always have an eye on home. Anyone who has moved away from their home knows you always will look back. But right now, all Ace Austin can think about is the thespian.
Oh, you can't have all those accomplishments and come home and lose to the guy.
Beautiful arm drag directly into an arm bar.
And if you notice, he is targeting that left arm, BP.
He was out here for a reason. Ace Austin sat front row and watched that opening match for a reason.
He's pulled out the card. Oh, and he slides it between the fingers. But he's wearing gloves.
He's wearing gloves, Ace. Not the best move.
He put his card up his sleeve, but realized, I'm wearing gloves.
Beautiful hammerlock into a trip from Hawthorne. Could tonight be the night that the thespian takes center stage as the champion of the world?
This is everything that you would want in a theater play. The drama, the sadness, the exploration, the horror, the terror, the season 12 culmination of the Sanctuary. And what better person to be in the stage is the J.S. Hawthorne, the thespian.
And now Hawthorne controlling the arm. And he's going to have to be perfect tonight. And even that might not be enough. Ace Austin is so good, you can be perfect and still lose. And so far, Hawthorne has been just about perfect.
Absolutely. The game plan has come through, even though he has that bum left shoulder that Ace Austin has just zeroed in on.
Switching over to the headlock now. And
Ace Austin's been hitting that gym. He's been calling it his bat cave.
And you can see Ace Austin on television, and it's one thing. But when you see him in person and you see those quad muscles, it will blow your mind.
Listen, for us in Northeast Pennsylvania, we all remember the ESPN clip. We all remember him jumping off the backboard and the launching point that has been for him to where he is right now. But the fact he did not forget where home was as he lays in a kick to J.S. Hawthorne. It's magical, BP.
And he just hit Hawthorne so hard that he hurt his own hand. Switching up to the knife edge chops. And forearms, varying the striking, changing it up. And Hawthorne delivering some bombs of his own.
Yeah, he's got one good arm, and he's going to use it. Oh! And those quad muscles coming into effect that you just talked about as he just lays in one across the chest.
That's like getting kicked by a horse.
There's NFL running backs that wish they had the legs of Ace Austin.
And now Austin calming things down.
Oh, Hawthorne is... Your knees aren't supposed to touch your forehead. I'll tell you that right now.
No,
let us know in the chat at this point in time. Are you Team Ace Austin or Team J.S. Hawthorne? Who do you think's taking it home tonight at the culmination of Season 12 at the Sanctuary Night of Survival?
Hawthorne stuffs a suplex, but Ace out the back door of one as well. Go for a roll there, but Hawthorne hanging on. And now with those kicks to the quadriceps, to the hamstrings.
Oh, and one to the head.
Ace Austin in control, being very methodical right now.
Team Hawthorne in the chat by Nettie.
Oh, delivering a knee to the spine is Ace Austin, following it up with those clubbing forearms. Right into a side head, or a chin lock rather.
Hawthorne this year of 2022 has done things that he thought he would never accomplish in the independent wrestling scene, as well as the theater career.
Yes.
Has knocked many things off his bucket list, things that he didn't think would be done until he put his mind to it and got it done. Can beating Ace Austin and getting that Sanctuary title conclude his 2020? Man, would that be a big year for JS Hawthorne?
That is probably at the top of that list. There are very few people whom the Sanctuary means more to than that means to JS Hawthorne.
I'll tell you what, and he'll know if he hears it, the antithesis of the conclusion of this match is huge.
You don't want to see it end, but you want to see how it ends. I could watch these two fight all night, but I want to know who's going to win it. Hawthorne up and over. Great athleticism for a guy that size. And he's going up to the top, hopping up to the top effortlessly.
Oh! And Ace Austin meets him with a drop kick to the floating ribs. That's going to rearrange your organs.
I got a question. That might be the one mistake that ends it for Hawthorne. You don't want to engage in an aerial battle with one of the best junior heavyweights in all of fighting, Ace Austin.
Hawthorne looks out of it. 1, 2, and it's only 2.
He can't fight Ace's fight. He's got to fight his own.
Ace does not look surprised, though.
Ace is still a very young guy, but he is wise beyond his years in fight IQ. You saw it when he plucked Hawthorne out of the sky with that drop kick, and now going right back to that arm.
Oh! And just like the Sanctuary chanting Team Hawthorne, so is our chat on YouTube, all on the side of Team JS Hawthorne. Thank you all once again for making that chat a fun place. Keep it coming. Tell us what you think.
The congregation trying to give JS Hawthorne that little bit more that he needs to get over the top to get the win.
Oh.
But they don't have to sit in there and take those chops either.
Listen, I think the frustration of Ace Austin is setting in. I think he realizes that his competitor is no joke, and he's got to turn it to 11 here.
I think he knew it, but he's learning just how good the thespian JS Hawthorne is.
Oh, and he has that grip strength.
Hawthorne slips through the bottom, pulls Ace down face first.
Oh, huge German suplex.
A release German suplex. Not getting the height, but getting all the impact. And can you feel it? It is all JS Hawthorne. Short clothesline. But Austin able to get out of 2, but right into an arm bar.
I'm trying real hard, BP, to be professional and to be a commentator, but I'm going to tell you right now, I can't. The butterflies in my stomach right now.
Hawthorne giving it everything he's got. Driving Ace Austin in with a sidewalk slam, but only a 2.
Every time that hand does not hit that 3 for JS Hawthorne, I'm on the verge of tears over here, I'll tell you right now.
The Sanctuary will erupt if JS Hawthorne is able to somehow, some way do what no one has been able to do and take that title away from Ace Austin.
He's reaching for the rope, but he can't get it quick enough. He has him up.
But Ace with a well-timed elbow and an even better timed knee.
Ace was about to end it himself right there, but he hung onto the rope.
Back
Nobody
and forth.
home. Oh! And they meet in the
double
middle.
Clothesline. Just when you think one of these fighters has the advantage, the other one is right there with the counter. And right now, neither one able to make it up to their feet.
JF Hawthorne is probably the closest out of the two.
Ace has the ropes. He's gonna pull himself up. Hawthorne trying to get up under his own power. And does. But it's Austin with the first strike. But J.S. Hawthorne giving every bit as good as he gets. Big wind up there. You don't have to be in the Tokyo Dome to show some fighting spirit.
Could you imagine a guy who literally said in his opening night that he's wrestled all over the world, but the Sanctuary means the most to him? This is unbelievable. Hawthorne is feeling it.
And Hawthorne, he might not be fighting in Japan, he might not be fighting in Australia, but the Sanctuary means the most to him too, no doubt.
He's looking to get that choke in, but Ace smartly gets the wrist control. Elbows.
Up in the fireman's carry is Hawthorne. But Ace can't keep him there and takes a knee to the ear. That throws off your equilibrium, throws off your balance, your ear is ringing.
Oh, Jay Hawthorne immediately grabs the throat. Ace Austin smartly, technique called answering the phone, where you're going to get your armpit, your shoulder, and your forearm, so you cannot get the full choke in.
Not that time. But Ace flips out into a bridge. That's a pin. 2. Oh, only 2.
Hawthorne had to release the choke, or he would have lost everything he worked for here this season.
A masterful counter. And a beautiful kick.
Ace puts that combination together, puts Hawthorne down to his knees.
Ace Austin strikes in bunches.
I think he's looking for it, BP. This might be the end. Oh!
And that is something Hawthorne had to avoid at all costs.
The soul has been sucked out of the room, and
that'll do it. Ace Austin is able to retain the world title.
Ace Austin will walk out of here still your Sanctuary champion, but there is nothing to hang your head about for J.S. Hawthorne. He just wrestled one of the best, how you said, Super Juniors in the world.
Hawthorne gave it everything he got, but the world champion had a little bit more.
The Sanctuary still trying to let it feel in. Hawthorne clearly disappointed.
How can you not be? Disappointed in the result, but it's impossible to be disappointed in that performance.
This will not, I'm telling you right now, Hawthorne will take this moment and he will use it as a log in the fire to keep himself going.
The theme of the night has been respect, and you're seeing it right here. Ace Austin showing respect to the thespian J.S. Hawthorne, who has earned every bit of it. But unfortunately, he will not be leaving with the World Heavyweight title. That remains in the possession of the best fighter in the world, inevitable Ace Austin.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here in person as well as online on YouTube for Night of Survival. The end of Season 2 has ended, but the beginning of 13 is just around the corner. Once that cold weather breaks, baby, we'll be back. Anthony Blackwell Jr. on all social media here alongside BP Burke. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us here in the Sanctuary. We'll see you next time, fight fans. We're out of here.